welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Can you tell what the theme is? What, R2? Did you guys catch that? That's right, we're going to be talking about the Galactic Starcruiser, otherwise known as the Star Wars Hotel. So recently Disney has basically blown up the internet and has released some really great information, including potential pricing. And what do you think about that pricing, R2? Yeah, R2's a little... The pricing's intense, right, R2? Anyway, we are gonna get into it, including, as R2 just said, the pricing. So let's start out. So the Galactic Starcruiser didn't quite come out with an exact date, but they did say spring of 2022. So very, very soon, which is pretty exciting. It is gonna be a 2-night experience. Of course, we have known this for a while. It's gonna be essentially just like a cruise ship. So you and your fellow passengers are all gonna board the Starcruiser at the same time. You're gonna have basically the same sort of experience at the same time, and then you will all disembark at the same time on the same date. So it's gonna be like a rotating thing of 2 nights. Every 2 nights, different set of passengers and participants, as I should say. So that's pretty exciting. They do specifically say this, which I'm just gonna read to you. They say the Galactic Starcruiser is like nothing else you have ever experienced. It's gonna be part live immersive theater, part themed environment, and part culinary extravaganza, part real life role-playing game. R2's excited about that, and yet so much more. That's, I don't know, I'm kind of blown away already. So the price, which we will get to, will include food. That will include breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And of course, sadly guys, that does not include alcohol. And it will include an excursion to Batuu, which is pretty exciting. What does that mean, an excursion to Batuu? Well, just like in other cruises, you would take an excursion or a port adventure somewhere. So when you're on the Galactic Starcruiser, you're gonna go to Batuu and you're gonna experience a day at Hollywood Studios, which includes Rise of the Resistance. That's right. So you will not need to purchase an additional ticket to Hollywood Studios, and you will not need to worry about getting a boarding group for Rise of the Resistance. You will also get to ride the Millennium Falcon, which is great, and you will get lunch at Docking Bay 7 or some other Star Warsian-like meal. They did specifically say Docking Bay 7, which is great. You're gonna get an exclusive magic band, or as they wanna call it, your data band, and that's just great. So all of this sounds great, right? Totally immersive experience. It includes food, it's for 2 nights. You get to go to Hollywood Studios, and it includes Rise of the Resistance. Sign me up, right? Well, the price, guys. The price, although rumored to be for a family of 4 to be about $3,000 to $4,000, I was kind of saving my pennies for that. They have actually released an example of what the price can be, and it's roughly, wait for it, $6,000 for a family of 4 for two-night experience. So basically what they're doing is they're charging you per person. So if you were just to stay within a room for 2 people, you're paying less in general, like your total would be less than say for a family of 4, but you're paying more per person than you would for a family of 4. So it might be one of those things where you want to gather up some of your buddies so you guys can share that one standard room. But money aside, right? Money's just money, right? You can always make more. At least that's what I'm telling myself, right, R2? You gonna help me smuggle in some money? Let's hope, right, guys? The other thing is, as I've kind of already touched on, it's gonna be a fully immersive experience, which just is overwhelmingly awesome. And this includes the food. All the food is new and fresh and very Star Warsian. Is that a word? Star Warsian? And it's basically nothing like you've ever seen or done before. They are making this hotel experience quite extreme. I am hoping it is very much worth that $6,000 price point. Now, here's kind of some takeaways. First, the cabins, right? They are gonna have 100 total cabins and suites, basically sleeping roughly 4 to 8 people, depending on which kind you get. So a standard cabin, which is your basic kind of hotel room, if you wanna call it that, is gonna sleep 4 to 5 people. So you're gonna have that queen bed. You're gonna have 2 bunks, bunks. They're those Star Wars looking kind of bunk berth beds. And then you're gonna have a potential pull down for that 5th person. And of course, all these rooms are gonna have amazing views of space. And I am uber excited for that. So the next room up would be the Galaxy Class Suite. It is basically a 1-bedroom. So you're gonna get a room, which is gonna sleep all the people, right? But then you're gonna get in the addition of a living space. So some place to kind of hang with your family and chill. This, however, only sleeps 4. So if you're a party of 5, you're not gonna be able to get that Galaxy Class Suite. You're gonna have to get a standard room unless you can foot the bill for the Grand Captain Suite, which is essentially a 2-bedroom suite that sleeps 8 people. So for the 2-bedroom, it's basically gonna be like the 2 standards kind of put together with the living space to share. Obviously, you'll have extra bathrooms and sinks and all those great things. But yeah, pretty exciting. The whole concept of it just blows me away. I mean, look at the images. It's just, I need to start saving, guys. Who's got an extra $6K they can loan me? Anyone? R2, you got money? But basically, you are in control and you decide your own fate. So depending on how much you want to participate, you could be doing some extraordinary things. You can decide if you want to be on the light side. Perhaps you want to follow the path of the First Order, or perhaps you want to be a secret spy or a bounty hunter. It's all up to you. And of course, they announced that we are going to be able to dress the part. So any capes or gear that you might have, go ahead and bring it along with you. This brings me to my one question is they didn't specifically say if we could bring our sabers, right? Or we can bring our droids. So I'm interested to find out that specific information. But yeah, you can get your Jedi robes and all your other gear, bring it along, be part of the community, right? So let's break it down a little bit more. Dining. They specifically have talked about what the dining space on the Starcruiser will be, and it's gonna be the Crown of Corellia's dining room. It is gonna be a bright and welcoming hall for breakfast and lunch, which of course will be served daily. And then in the evening, it's gonna transition into dinner, and it's gonna be a multi-course menu of both outer worldly and familiar cuisines and origins. The pictures of the food look pretty grand. And then they also said it's gonna be filled with live musical entertainment. Anyone else thinking like Cantina a little bit? I mean, I'm pretty excited for this. An unfolding story, unforgettable cuisine, like I kind of said, and other surprises to bring your experience to life. Now they keep going on and on about how characters will be everywhere. Characters we're familiar with and new characters will kind of be everywhere, and they're going to be coming up to us and wanting us to be a part of the experience. And at this point, this is when we decide, are we light or dark? Are we in the middle? What are we going to do? This is where we get to kind of figure out and decide our path, right? But for dining, just like on a cruise ship, you will be able to decide if you want first or second dinner. Of course, availability, right? And they're gonna serve blue milk, guys, so that's pretty cool. You will have an option, kind of like at a cruise ship, to sit at the captain's table. Of course, this will be fee-based, and they didn't exactly say what the fee is, but come on, guys. captain's table. Can they get any more crazy than this? Oh my goodness. They did announce that you might have to sit with other guests, similar to like on a cruise ship. And like I said, it will include live music entertainment. So yeah, pretty fabulous with that. You will have the ability to enhance your experience by being able to play on the Play Disney Parks app. Now, they didn't go further into this, but it does sound like the characters on the Starcruiser that you will meet might try to contact you on the Play app. So to enhance your experience, they want you to keep checking the app and get fully involved in what's going on. I'm imagining like secret missions, like, hey, meet us over in the corner over there, and then we find Chewbacca. I mean, I'm imagining all these crazy, amazing things that I kind of hope come true, and then I hope it kind of blows me away as well. They did say, which I thought was pretty funny, I've already had a few clients ask me this, so I'm just gonna say it here on the show. There will be no pool, guys. There is no pool on the Galactic Starcruiser. And because I said like on a cruise, everyone arrives and leaves at the same time, just for those of you who want to mentally prepare in your head, you do want to arrive somewhere between 1 and 4. Basically, you cannot arrive past 4 and you cannot arrive before 1. But they do have a sample of an itinerary online, and basically, I wouldn't be arriving past 1. Like, to get the most out of your $6,000 experience, you might want to arrive like the second you can. The minute you can possibly arrive is probably when I would do so, because they have all these like introductory to the ships or the muster drill. Remember those on a cruise ship? You have the ability to learn how to possibly play sabacc and a few other things. If you arrive at 4, you're gonna miss all of that. So probably make sure you're going to be there on time. Maybe arrive to Disney World the day before, stay at a different hotel so that you get the most out of your experience. Of course, just like a cruise ship, everyone will be debarking at around the same time, which is roughly 9:30 to 10 a.m. I want to note, he goes off on his own, guys. He has his own personality. He does his own thing. I don't even know. Where was I? Okay, so when you go and you look at the sample itinerary, what I really love is so that the first day you're kind of, and again, these itineraries will change person to person, date to date, right? But the example basically said you're gonna arrive on the Starcruiser, similar to like a cruise ship. They'll give you a bunch of introductory things. You'll have some samplings of some food, right? Then you will go to dinner and have your evening experience, and you have a chance to get started in your, you know, deciding your fate, so to speak. And then the next day, your like official full day, you basically only get 1 full day, right? So you arrive at 1, so you basically just have the introductory period, your dinner, some role-playing like stuff, an evening show, you go to bed. The next day will be your Hollywood Studios day, and it does look like you're gonna go to Batu pretty early in the morning, and it does look like you're not really necessarily gonna have a free-for-all on Batu. It might be a little bit more organized than that, or specific time periods that you'll be doing, you know, which ride and dining. And then at the end of your Batu experience, you will go back on the Starcruiser and you will do things like lightsaber training. That's right, you'll have a chance to wield a lightsaber and face off against a remote training device. OM goodness. Unfortunately, this doesn't start till age 7. So if you have any younger kiddos, you might want to wait until they're at least 7, because that sounds amazing. Another thing you can do after your Hollywood Studios experience is droid racing competition. Does that mean I can bring R2? Does that mean they're gonna supply droids? I have no idea, but I would love to race my R2 unit. Would love it. They actually say that the droid racing competition is only gonna last 20 minutes, so I find that very interesting as well. So it makes me feel like it's like on a cruise ship, these things kind of just happen and you need to be there and in the space to see it happen versus, you know, getting a printed out itinerary that you're gonna follow. Another thing that they have on here is build model ship. Are we gonna have a chance to build like the Falcon or a TIE fighter? Like, that's pretty cool. That experience lasts about a half an hour. So again, very similar to like a Disney Cruise Line experience. And then they also have sabacc on here. So if you arrive early enough, you could have the chance to learn how to play sabacc. And then at dinner, you might have the chance to be in a sabacc tournament as well as after your Hollywood Studios day. So that's pretty cool, right? I mean, I own sabacc. Do you? Another thing they mentioned is you might have the chance to explore the bridge, right? So the bridge is basically like the operations area of the ship where you get to control the ship. They said that you'll get to learn what all the controls are and what the ship can do and have some fun in there. So I don't know, guys. It sounds awfully amazing to me. And of course, they will reveal more information as the time comes. What they haven't told us is, like I said, the exact opening date, nor have they told us when we can book it. But I think they kind of slipped out the price a little bit to give people a little heads up, because I know I personally, as a travel agent, have a growing list of people who want to book this hotel. But I have a feeling once that price point is revealed, some people unfortunately might have to pass. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? Is this sort of sounding like it's worth it? If you're a family of 4, thinking 2 adults, 2 kids, is that worth it to you? $6,000 for 2 nights? I don't know. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, guys. I want to do this so bad. But essentially, it's 1.5 days, right? Because you board at 1. So you have the evening stuff. What is that going to end at 9 o'clock? Then you have the next day. It's a full day the next day. And then the next day, your very last like smidgen of a day, you wake up, you have breakfast, and you're out the door by 10. So it's not even a full 48 hours. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Is this like totally worth it? And you're like, done, Nina, don't care. $6,000. Let's go. Doing it. Absolutely love it. I don't know, guys. I'm so curious. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, or at least gave you a little insight of to what we're going to expect with the Star Wars hotel, the Galaxy Starcruiser. But yeah, it's one of those things where if we do it, we'll probably plan a longer Disney World stay. Like perhaps start with Disney World, end with the Starcruiser, or start with the Starcruiser and end with another Disney World hotel, so to speak, to make it worth, the fact that we have to fly out there and all those things. But yeah, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications, like this video, and comment. Again, I know this is pricey, but how many of you are like, I don't care, I'm doing it, done, sign me up. When can I book this sucker? I really want to know, guys. As always, mahalo for watching. Nina and R2 out.